How you guys doing? Today we're going to be talking about the Thunder Elegy for Call of Dragons, the latest, obviously, artifact for Mage users. And I'm going to be honest, a little spoiler before we dive into this video. I'm going to tell you, it is a really cracked out artifact to use. And I think you guys are thinking for the wrong reasons too. And we're going to dive in, obviously, why I believe this is a powerful artifact. And people are going to catch on very quickly why this is kind of disgusting, especially in open field, right? So if you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Smash like, comment, and subscribe. I'm here every day posting content on the channel. And yes, I do Call of Dragons content, I do Age of Empires content, I do Godforge content, I do quite a variety now. And that's kind of the direction of the channel. So if you just want to watch me and enjoy a variety of different games, including Call of Dragons, you know what to do, right? So diving into the actual artifact, the brand new one, Thunder Elegy here. The thing is with this artifact, to give you guys a quick rundown, it is at level 1 here, just to kind of showcase what it is doing. You've got a 1 minute 30 cooldown at 1600 range. This is kind of almost like a standard now for our artifacts. But what we've got is a very powerful effect for the bottom part of the effect. So what this says is you deal diffuse magic damage, which is 350 at level 1 every second, up to 5 enemy legions within that designated circle, and it inflicts a silence, so they cannot cast rage skills for 5 seconds, and then legions affected by this skill cannot leave the circle. Silence can be triggered once every 10 seconds. So what this says is basically for 5 seconds, you're going to be taking a bunch of damage and you're going to be silenced, but the very powerful part that people are going to be sleeping on is the cage. You are going to cage 5 enemy units and they are not going to escape. And this is kind of disgusting, because this, for a magic user, should get you actually really excited in the open field, because it allows you as a magic user now to actually have a say and control on the tempo of the open field fight. Hear me out. If the enemy engages into you and you're not prepared at first, and they send that infantry in, and you know 100% they're going to be Spiritborn Talk users, because you can see some Goresh Skullgirl, guess what? Drop down this Thunder Elegy. Once you're obviously in the fight, you're going to stop anyone following up on them, which is a very powerful effect. On top of this, you could be, again, getting engaged on, and then as you hit the infantry, you can cage the infantry, kite back for 5 seconds at the same time, and obliterate those guys. So the fact that you can already go in a defensive mode with this artifact honestly does give it some prep. On top of that, you could be in the open field. You could be attacking, fighting like you normally would, and some cavalry could be trying to ambush you from the back. Well, if you don't have this artifact on autocast and you keep it on the ready, guess what? You can just cage those nasty cavalry guys, cage them up, and everyone will just turn and melt them before they've even got a chance to get close to you. That just showcases the defensive side. Now, think about the offensive. You're winning the fight and you're chasing down opponents. Well, if you cage them for 5 seconds, those 5 guys that you've encaged ain't escaping. Your army, your alliance members are gonna go nuclear and just burn them down with the amount of AoE that's gonna be on top of them, on top of the storm that's already hitting them, right? So this is why I'm saying and really trying to put emphasis on the gameplay mechanical side of this artifact. It's a very good artifact. It's very powerful, especially look at the fucking range of that circle. It's huge how easily you're going to be able to capture people and honestly get them screwed over. And it's going to come down to almost a skill issue. I'm going to be honest. The better players that can manually drag this circle and just create it so it hits them right on the limb, you know what I mean? Right on that limit so they can't get past. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. On top of this, though, this is an artifact, unfortunately, designed to be paired with currently Thunderling. And hopefully, they're going to bring more, obviously, mage users with numbness, because as an additional effect, whenever you inflict numbness upon an enemy legion, you're going to gain resistance, meaning you're just getting a flat damage taken reduction buff for 3 seconds, which is crazy again. Absolutely bonkers artifact. When you look at the stats, you get in magic unit attack, you get legion HP, the best 2 kind of stats in the game, because you obviously want to do more damage, and you want your actual magic unit to survive any extra skill damage they could have taken, because the longer or the more HP you have, the longer your units stay out. The longer your units stay out, the more damage you deal, and the more merits you earn, right? So it all works hand in hand, and this is a wowzer, an absolute wowzer of an artifact, and it does, like I say, pair perfectly up with Thunderlin, because Thunderlin here, very powerful control-based hero that honestly offers, I actually think, another good option in the future for flexible mage heroes. And it sounds crazy, I know, but this is a very powerful effect where she deals an AoE that follows targets, that makes them take more damage and slows them down, and it can AoE trigger on other enemies too. But what's really cool is you've got these magic unit attack bonus, you've got a shield grant bonus, and a healing grant bonus, right? Which is even better because obviously she heals herself and gives her a HP bonus. So absolutely crazy hero on the sustain and actually on the AoE damage, and it allows her to be paired up with anyone. Again, if you're kind of like a free-to-play player or a lower spender, Valen's there, and I'm betting you and your Valen is going to do work. I'm going to be honest, it's going to do work because you've got AoE, you've got slow, you've got, again, magic reduction, which is even powerfuler, you've got crit bonus now happening. Like, it's everything you kind of want on top. It's like 2 support heroes working hand in hand together, and I think a lot of people have been waiting for that, so it's going to be interesting to see. But you can see why that Thunder Elegy, unfortunately, is designed for a Thunderlin match. So we're gonna have to experiment and experience what good matches work with Thunderlin, because as long as you got Thunderlin and the Elegy in the future, imagine you could have that combo with, you know, your Faya. You could have it with your Lilia if you've got Lilia, right? Potentially, maybe. I don't think Indis is actually going to be good. I'm just kind of throwing it out there as a name. But even Wildia, right? Really good actual option because of the 600 shield you're getting. Like 20% more. It's a lot of shielding that you're gaining from out of nowhere, right? So I think there is a lot of flexibility with Thunderlin and this artifact. It just needs to be tested to see how good it is. But I would love to hear your thoughts on this artifact. Do you think it is as good as I think it's going to be? So far, whenever I've said an artifact is going to be good because of its utility, it's always been good and it's always in the meta. So that's my thoughts. That's honestly my thoughts. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this. This is the Thunder Elegy. If you're wondering how to get it, it is through the Forge of Light event, so you are going to have to unfortunately spin for it. It is what it is. But until the next video, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Smash like, comment, and subscribe. Till then, stay safe, stay sneaky. Peace out.